Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I personally don't know if this occurred or not. I definitely don't believe the intelligence services from any kind of country, especially from the United States of America and Great Britain. The cherry on the cake was the attack on Iraq when they lied to us, or at least their intelligence was so off that it's impossible to believe that it was just a mistake or an accident. So, this information comes from the Americans telling us that they, how to call it, unfolded, correct word is, they thwarted a plot, an Indian government plot to kill a Sikh on the US territory, as they were accused of doing by none other than Trudeau, Canada. Now, I started with not believing these guys as the general statement, and then we got the particular, statement, which is they tried to frame them in Canada, but Canada is too weak. India just smacked Canada. Now the Americans are trying to do the same thing, and it's just India. India, not I don't know, not Pakistan, not other countries. India. Why India? Is because they're bad? Well, I don't know. My gut feeling tells me that it's because India helped and has been helping Russia with oil. Refines Russian oil, sends it on the European markets, therefore helps Russia and is aligned with Russia militarily a little bit and plays an important role in the area. Remember, India is the biggest democracy on this planet with about what 1.5 billion people, an emerging giant, an economy, and so on. So, because India refused to follow Al Capone's orders, now they try to get Modi and India with everything. Human rights regarding religious human rights, this kind of groups, women, marriages, arranged, minors, all those things were thrown, including the kitchen sink at India so far. And I said this when the Americans tried to press India into, hey, you got to follow our orders. If you remember when that happened last year, about what, April, May, June, blah, 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 a lot of foreign ministers showed up to India, speak with Dr. Jai Shankar, who smacked them one by one, bitch slap, back, back, back. All right, maybe he got his thing and then just like that. Yes, that's exactly what Dr. Jai Shankar did, which a guy who I like a lot. Intelligent, ballsy, and he's a tough guy. He's a tough cookie, as Trump would say, and he is. So they, if you remember, the Japanese sent their foreign minister, not foreign minister, prime minister was over there offering them about 50 billion of investments just to. Then it was the infantile Blinken with, I think it was with his Secretary of State over there, Jai Shankar smacked them. Then it was the British, then it was the German Baerbock. They all came over there, and he said, "Niet," because that's no in I don't know, I don't want to say Indian, but anyway. So that's why I said no, no, no. So my friends, now I think these guys are trying to build a case that India is not a democracy. Modi must go. They already said that, but anyway. And this is another reason why, because I can't believe India is the only one all of a sudden getting involved in assassinations on other countries' territories. Well, Ukraine does that and said, we'll do that. But in the name of let's close an eye. All right, so let's read this article. I have about 4. I'm not going to read them all, just give you the titles. BBC must be true. If it's BBC, 100% must be true. November 22nd, 2023, US thwarts plot to kill Sikh separatist on American soil. Report. All right, now, I don't know if that happened or not, but I don't believe these guys to start with, as I said. So, let's see what BBC is vomiting on us here. The US has raised an an alleged plot to kill a Sikh separatist on American soil at the senior-most levels with India, the White House says. According to Financial Times, the target was Gurpatwant Singh Pannoon, a US-Canada dual national. Mr. Pannoon is a vocal advocate for independent Sikh. That means breaking the country. Alright, that's how the Indians see it. It's like someone, let's say United States of America, goes and stays in Germany or lives in Germany and says, we should destroy this, we should break United States into, I don't know, southwest, we're going to give it to the Latinos, northeast, we're going to give it to, then we're going to go this, we're going to give it to those, and the rest, we just give it to the dogs. Alright? And what do you think the United States will do? And that person is financed and funded, has an organization. Do you think the United States will say, that's fine? I'm not saying they should assassinate him whatsoever. But do you think they will not take a look on that one? Because from our perspective, that's a bad dude. Right? If that would be promoting this kind of ideas. From his point of view, that's a good fight. For us, not us, the government. All right, so Mr. Puna Buba Buba is a vocal advocate for an independent Sikh homeland and has been designated as a terrorist by India. So if you are designated as a terrorist by India, can India eliminate terrorists on other people's soil? Your answer will be, of course not. Well, what if the United States does it? Yeah, yeah. So if the United States does it, it's okay. Remember, the United States of America, if you remember, destroyed what? More than a year ago, in the independent sovereign country of Afghanistan, CIA, not even the military, CIA, with a drone, destroyed a bunch of terrorists. Remember that attack? It was A-okay. Well, as far as I remember, I think Afghanistan is an independent sovereign country, is it? Oh, it's harboring terrorists. Oh, could the Indians view this as harboring terrorists on this territory? So you see, I like the guys who, I'm sorry I have to quote this because it's always good to quote the Bible, because you have the Bible supporting you. Nobody will attack it unless you can say it. So I will quote the Bible. Remember when our Lord Jesus Christ saw Maria Magdalena, she was cornered by some people and they were ready to stone her to death according to the law, or Judaic law, isn't it, by Judaic law? Anywhere Judeo-Christian nations. Give me that. Without the Romans, we're still doing that. Or they will still doing that. Anyway, probably still do it if you look at what's going on there. But anyway, even worse right now because they have different means, not only rocks. They have provided by Yahweh. So let's go back to this one. Remember when they were trying to kill her because she sinned with another man, and our Lord Jesus Christ showed up shuffling with his sandals and said, hey, hold on, buddy, hold on. Whomever has no sins here, cast the first rock. And everybody, oh my God, my conscience. And none of them said, you know what, screw you, bang, bang, bang. None of them did that. They understood. That's why it's a story. They understood. They say, yeah, man, my conscience. That's true. Teacher, rabbi, thank you. And everybody went home and their wives. Really? All right. So anyway, remember that one? So they understood that they did that too. They sinned somewhere. So the same here. United States point the fingers at everybody. When they did it, they did that maybe bigger than everybody else. I just gave you an example. Another example, what is United States doing in Syria? Fighting terrorism. What are they doing over there? Killing people that they designate as terrorists. Good job, but hey, it's a little hook over there. Syria is an independent sovereign country with a recognized government. So you can do that on someone else's soil, can you? Well, if US can do, then it means that these guys can do. Unless none of them can do. Or you're just preferential. You see, this is US so-called rule-based world order. Well, I don't like that. Because you have a bully who's doing whatever he wants and pointing the finger to others doing the same thing at a smaller level, and they call everybody, hey, come over here, yeah, okay. All right, that's what they do. Let me show you more. Let's go to the next one. Russia Today. US warned India. US dared to warn India over alleged. You know what alleged means? It means someone said something. That's alleged. Not proven, nothing. Alleged. Plot to kill Sikh separatists. The claim that an activist on American soil was targeted has come at a time when Washington is seeking closer ties with New Delhi. No, they tried to do this to India to attack Russia economically and try to strangle it. Next one, Reuters. US thwarted plot to kill Sikh separatists in America. Now, every time I say this word, I have to tell you, or thwart, where is it? In my head, I identify with something else like a twa. I know, you just like that. Just a little caveat here. So, thwart plot to kill pop-up separatists in America. You can't do that. Only we can do that. Wherever we want. You can make shit up. United States authorities thwarted a plot to kill a Sikh separatist in the United States and issued a warning to India over concerns that the government in New Delhi was involved, a senior Biden administration official said. Well, but if they designated that guy as a terrorist, what do you want? You designate those guys as terrorists, right? So, anyway, and let's move on to the next article, which is the last one. Sikh activists, this comes from where? From The Guardian. They must be telling the truth right there. All this garbage, man. Sikh activist accuses India of transnational terrorism after U.S. foils plot to kill him. Well, we have to make a choice. Is India a democratic country, free country, blah, 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 blah? The Americans will officially say yes. Then you believe that those guys, when those guys, well, this kind of government, designate someone as a terrorist, what are you going to do about it? They're not bad dudes, are they? I mean, remember, Turkey designates a lot of Kurdish activists as terrorists or whatever they do. Can they eliminate them in wherever they are, in Sweden or in Europe or United States of America? Well, if United States can do that, then anyone else should be allowed. Do I promote that? No, I don't promote that. But my point is a philosophical one. You know, if you can do this, then everybody else. Otherwise, everybody else can do it. If you can't do this, then no one else can do it. This is basic justice, my friends. If not, this is not justice. But this world is not based on justice. It's based on just us. You know, we are in charge based on this. So when you hear this garbage telling us, hey, Ukraine was attacked unprovoked and so on, garbage. Why? Because they don't really care about that. That's about destroying Russia. As right now in the Middle East, they're about destroying Iran. It's not okay, through those we're gonna attack those. Iran is the prize for United States of America. United States of America doesn't have any problem with Iran. Iran would be just fine just for 1 point. 1948. 1948, there you have it. And it's not only Iran. Remember, it was not Iran doing anything to the United States of America. It was the United States of America who did something to Iran again, together with the Brits. Remember 1953, was it? Mossadegh, the prime minister, remember? When he said, well, I'm going to nationalize the oil and so on. He was toppled just like that with the help of whom? Whom? British intelligence, special forces, and the Americans. So, what do you think the Iranians should think about these guys? Did Iran intervene in the U.S. on Great Britain's affairs? No, the other way around. So, who cast the first stone or rock? The good people. So, the good people then got the Shah, got the democracy out, put a Shah, paranoid Shah, I would say. If you don't believe me, if you remember that little, how do you call it? It was not a summit, it was a party in the desert by Persepolis. Remember? Now that's paranoid. And you don't believe me? Look over that. Well, I don't have anything about Pahlavi, whatever his name is, Reza Pahlavi. That's his thing. I heard him. I heard him a few times, so a few interviews, and I said, yeah, you're right. Things that you can't say about media and 1948. Remember? So here again, you have a problem with Iran. They should have a problem with you first. What if Iran designates terrorists living in the United States of America? Can they do the same thing you do to others? You see, close the beak a little bit. Okay, the beak a little bit smaller. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Now, what India is going to do? Nothing. The cards were dealt already by Al Capone. Now he thinks he's going to take back cards and give new cards because he's cheating all the time. He pretends to be following the rules of the game, but he wants to be in charge and changing them as long as he wins, and then say, oh, I used this rule that I just made up while we were playing. Now you can't use it. Only I can use it. Now who wants to play with Al Capone? Nobody wants to play with Al Capone and shouldn't. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.